So let's talk about team building, because that's fun. Just to throw some ideas out, what kind of ideas have you like? You do a lot of lone wolfing now, but I know you've worked on decent sized teams through your career. What kind of team?
Doing project management as well as managing a team directly. Not doing project management per se, but just managing a group of individuals. And I mean, a lot of the team building is finding opportunities to do things together. Like a lot of it would be going out to lunch, for example, or to go off on retreats if that's in the realm of possibility. Sometimes particular trainings can be a way just to do it together. So it's the group of people that you work with closely getting together and just having opportunities for social interaction that doesn't address work.
Right. And I think that's one of the important things that escapes a lot of people is, yeah, let's get away from here. And then they talk shop the whole time, which is really not what you want to do. What you want to do is start getting to know those people as people better. That's what you want to use that time for. But I see it over and over again is, hey, let's go to the bar and talk about all the code.
But some of that's fine. But, some people, a lot of people will have opportunities to talk about their families or whatnot. So you get to, know them better from there.
Right. And that doesn't necessarily always have to happen away from the job either. I mean, we do a lot of just shooting the bull on Slack.
Yep.
We'll spend 15 minutes because we're all a little burnt in the afternoon. We'll just spend 15 minutes shooting the bull on Slack and talking and sharing pictures of when I was in college or, and that's good for a team, I think.
Or having, that's one thing that is beneficial about Slack is that you get more insight into people, the kinds of things that they share.
Right.
So, does someone always share Star Wars stuff or Star Trek stuff or fantasies? You get to learn a little bit more about that person and what they're interested in.
Right. And I think the long and short of this whole show boils down to you need to get to know the people as people, because in order to effectively manage them and have the whole team working best together, you need to understand these people's personalities. They're not robots. They're not assets. They're people.
They're not pegs to put in a hole.
Right. They have desires. They have problems. They have wants. They have, all kinds of things that you have. And it's important to kind of understand that. I mean, you need to keep it professional, but you can be friendly with somebody and get to know them and still manage them and lead them. And I think another big part of that is allowing people to lead in the project. When you're a project manager or a team lead, one of the best things you can do for the other people on your team is to step back and let them shine. Which is hard to do because all of us want our pat on the back. All of us want to be the Superman that comes in and saves the day. But to develop these other people, it's good to step back and let them shine. Let them come in and teach you something awesome. Let them be the one that fixes that problem bug that's been driving everybody nuts for 2 weeks. And yeah, maybe you can solve it faster, but let them do it.
Yeah, I learned that early on because I was put in charge of a project where I was a subject matter expert in almost exactly nothing. Basically, I demonstrated the ability to conduct a project quite seamlessly, on time, under budget, yada, yada, yada. So they said, the management of that organization said, well, let's give him this project. So I was basically the project manager, but there were all these subject matter experts that knew far more than I did about anything. But I just had to come in and say, okay, let's get all these smart people in a room and figure out how we're going to get this thing done and how we can do it. And basically, I came in with a methodology. Hey, let's follow this methodology to, get this done. And we were able to do it. But it was, I didn't come in there with, I couldn't have come in there and said, we're going to do it. We're going to do exactly this, because I had no clue what to do.
Yeah, and that's actually an interesting point, because understanding the fundamentals of project management and personnel management and getting these, really digging into these topics that we talked about last week and tonight, both the technical parts of it and the personnel parts of it, the people parts, you can take that knowledge to places besides development. For instance, I had my boss come to me several years ago at a job I had, and I was the VP of development, right? I was the tech guy. He said, I need you to take over the marketing department because they're struggling. They've got no direction, and I need somebody to manage them. And I was like, I took one marketing class in college 20 years ago, but I don't know anything about marketing. He was like, no, I don't need you to know marketing. They know marketing. They don't know management. They don't know organization. That's what I need you to do. And so I was able to help a completely different department using the same techniques and same technologies, just with different verbiage, Now, I mean, the development project management does have some special things that go into it. And so does marketing project management, sales management, and, there are certain things. But a lot of it is just understanding the people and the communication channels.
If you like this clip and want to watch another one, you can click right here. Or if you want to watch the full video, you can click here.